When my phone buzzed that afternoon, I was standing in the kitchen staring at a half-decorated Christmas tree. Only the bottom half had lights. The top leaned slightly to the left, like it was tired of standing straight after all these years. My wife Elaine had gone upstairs to fetch the old angel topper, the one our son Matthew made in kindergarten with bent pipe cleaners and too much glue. I smiled at the thought as I glanced at the screen. Matthew calling. I wiped my hands on a dish towel and answered, already rehearsing my cheerful voice. Hey son, your mom's just putting up there. Dad, he interrupted. His tone was tight, careful, like someone choosing words they didn't want to choose. My smile faded. Yes. There was a pause, then he exhaled. Listen, I just wanted to let you know. This year, it's probably best if you and Mom don't come for Christmas. The words landed softly, but hit hard. I laughed once awkwardly. What do you mean, don't come? Well, he continued, Claire's parents are coming in from out of town, and the house will be full. It's just complicated. Complicated. That was the word he used. I looked at the tree again, at the empty space where the angel should go. So we'll see you after, I asked carefully. Another pause, longer this time. Honestly, Dad, he said, lowering his voice, this year is about starting our own traditions. I think it'll be easier if we do Christmas separately. Easier. I felt my throat tighten. I see, I said quietly. I hope you understand, he added quickly. It's not personal. Not personal. We said goodbye politely, too politely, the kind of goodbye people use when they don't want to hear the hurt in the other person's voice. When the line went dead, I didn't move. Elaine came back downstairs holding the angel. Her face was glowing with that soft excitement she always had at Christmas, even after 32 years of marriage. Who was that? She asked. I swallowed. Matthew. Her smile widened. Oh, did he say what time we should come on Christmas morning? I didn't answer. She noticed. Her smile slowly faded. What happened? I took a breath. He asked us not to come this year. The angel slipped from her fingers and landed softly on the couch. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then Elaine sat down, very slowly, as if her legs had forgotten how to hold her. Did we do something wrong? She whispered. That question hurt more than anything Matthew had said. No, I said quickly, sitting beside her. No, this isn't about us doing something wrong. But deep down, I wasn't sure I believed it. The quiet that followed. The days after that call were strange. Too quiet. Elaine still baked cookies, but she froze half of them instead of setting them out. She wrapped fewer gifts. She didn't hum Christmas songs while cleaning like she usually did. At night, I found her sitting in the living room, staring at old photo albums. One evening, I sat beside her. Remember his first Christmas, she said softly. He cried every time the wrapping paper crinkled. I smiled sadly, and he refused to wear that sweater my mother knitted. She nodded, then her eyes filled with tears. I never thought we'd be optional. That word stayed with me. Optional. I didn't tell Elaine that I'd already invited Matthew and Claire for dinner twice since the call, only to get polite excuses both times. I didn't want to make the hurt worse. The decision. 3 days before Christmas, Elaine surprised me. I want to throw a party, she said. I blinked. A party. Yes, she said firmly, at our house on Christmas Day. For who? I asked gently. For us, she replied, and for anyone who wants to come. I studied her face. There was sadness there, but also something else. Resolve. We're not unwanted, she continued. We're just not prioritized, and I refused to sit quietly and feel sorry for myself. I felt something warm spread in my chest. All right, I said, let's do it. We invited neighbors, old friends, a couple from church whose kids lived overseas, a widower down the street who always waved but never stayed long. Word spread quickly. Yes, people said. That sounds lovely. We'd be honored. By Christmas Eve, our house felt alive again. Christmas Day. Snow fell lightly that morning, dusting the rooftops like powdered sugar. Elaine wore her red sweater, the one Matthew used to call too festive. I put on my old green tie, slightly crooked like always. The doorbell rang before noon. Then again. And again. Laughter filled the house, plates clinked, music played, someone brought wine, someone else brought a guitar. Elaine's cheeks were flushed, her eyes bright. "This feels good," she whispered to me. I nodded, "It really does." And then mid-laughter, mid-toast, the front door opened. The room went quiet. Matthew stood there. Claire beside him. They both looked stunned. Matthew's eyes scanned the room, the decorations, the food, the people laughing around the table. "Dad," he said quietly, what's going on?" I stepped forward. "Christmas," I said simply. "You're welcome to join us." Claire looked uncomfortable. We just stopped by to drop off gifts." Elaine appeared beside me. Her voice was calm, steady. "We didn't want to be alone," she said, "so we chose joy instead." Matthew swallowed. "I didn't think," he started. "No," Elaine interrupted gently, "you didn't." Silence hung heavy. Then the widower down the street raised his glass. "To family," he said, "the kind we choose and the kind that finds its way back." Laughter followed, music resumed. Matthew stood there, frozen. Then slowly he stepped inside. What he saw his parents laughing, hosting, thriving. Not begging, not sulking. Not waiting. He stayed for an hour, then 2. Before leaving, he hugged Elaine longer than usual. "I'm sorry," he whispered. She kissed his cheek. "We'll always love you," she said, "but remember, love goes both ways." He nodded, tears in his eyes. Afterward, a week later, Matthew called again. This time, his voice was different. "Can we come over?" he asked, "just to talk?" Elaine smiled at me across the room. "Of course," I said, because Christmas didn't break our family. But it did teach us something important. Being family doesn't mean shrinking yourself to stay included. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is celebrate anyway.